good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome back to another episode of the HoloBros Pod, man. It is, of course, your boy Homies for Life, aka your boy Wheezy. Y'all know what time it is, bros. It's episode 51, and I am brought back again here today. He's back. He took a week off last week. His doppelganger was here, but y'all know him, y'all love him. It's the GOAT. It's my co-host, bro. It's my best friend. Come on, dog. Hype him up, man. Hey, hey, hype him up. Welcome back. Yes, sir.
In the words of The Rock, man. Finally, the great one has come back
Yes,
to the
sir.
HoloBros podcast, man. Appreciate y'all, man, for bearing with us last week. You know what I'm saying? We had an interesting episode, and I also want to say this in the front of the episode, man. The HoloBros corporation, along with its members and founders, aka me and Weezy, are not responsible for any of the comments or the views expressed and or shared by Hollywood Coop.
That's what's up.
Uh, just when you got that kind of money and you're just that arrogant, it just things you just say things, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to let the kids know right there. It's not cool to be like that. It's not cool to be like that at all. It's not cool to be like we always preach confidence, but he's a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
He's no, he's way over the top.
Oh,
Let's
it's
not even
it's it's oh
sugarcoat it.
it's overconfident and it's delusional at some point.
Yeah. Like he says some good things. Like he talks about, God being blessed by God and all that. And then he talks about giving back to the kids and all that, and giving back to the community, which is good. But I don't know. It's kind of like I help you up, then slap you in the face at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It's one
So
of
it's
them.
like
You know.
like in football where two teams get the penalties, it's offsets. You just replay it down as
hmm
if it never happened.
Like
That's
like
kind of what.
like a negation.
Yeah, pretty much. So like, yeah, his positive. I think he does so much positive just so he can outweigh all the negative stuff he brings to the table as far as arrogance, his boastfulness, and all that. But you know, what I'm saying, like I said, just real quick, we're not going to dwell on that, man. I'm back, and once again, I was supposed to put that in front of the episode. We are not responsible, nor do we necessarily agree with the thoughts or the views shared by Hollywood Coop or any other third party that comes on here, because we allow people as journalists when we do interviews in an interview setting to express themselves and speak, as y'all would say, their truth. I don't believe in their truth. I just believe in their truth. But
hmm
y'all say their truth, so I'll just use that so y'all can have a frame of reference of what I'm saying. But long story short, we back.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I guess thank you to Hollywood Coop for coming in here and filling in, but no thank you at the same time. I don't know. It's cool. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know.
No, thank you. It's great.
I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We and him have a mutual disdain for each other, so
I
it's
feel
cool.
that. It's alright, bro. It's alright. That's how it be. That's your doppelganger. You ain't always. You know what I'm saying. You ain't always gonna be one with your doppelganger. You see what I'm saying? You got different parts. Got different parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Getting into the first topic of the show, cause I know one of us or Coop, he has some time constraints, so we kind of keeping it concise this week, man. Just to let y'all know, Holla Bros. That's the name of us, so got to be transparent. But without further ado, the first topic of the Holla Bros pod, man. The way you do one thing is how you do all things. Coop, what does that mean to you, my brother?
Well, what that means is you guys, when you develop a habit, that's we're creatures of habit. So when you develop a habit, that habit becomes your habit. You can't just turn it off and on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if you're always waking up and eating breakfast, that habit is like I'm always wake up eat breakfast. If you always, when you don't like something, like a task that you have to do, but you know you have to do it, like me, I'll give an example for me. Like I don't like it, but I don't particularly be always in the mood to wash dishes, right?
Mm,
But I have to do it because the dishes are gonna stay there, be dirty. You know what I'm saying? You need to wash dishes, obviously. That's
yeah.
like you need to stay clean. So
Right.
I don't always like to do the dishes, but I do the dishes, and it's not just the fact that I do the dishes and just half-ass them, like pour water on them and give like two wipes, and that's all. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I got to eat off those. But more importantly, because if I do that, That way, if I half-ass it because I don't like to do it, or like cleaning the bathroom, if I don't like to do it, so I half-ass it, I can't just turn that off and on. I'm telling my subconscious that, yo, because you don't like it, this is how you react when you don't like to do something that you
Yep.
have to do. You're telling your you're literally subconsciously telling yourself and programming that habit into yourself. So now anytime you do something you don't like, you start to do that. But then this is when it gets tricky because then you're like, okay, well, that's just for things I don't like. But the things I do like wouldn't fit into that all description that you just said. How you do one thing is how you do all things. That's not true because what? Now, when you do the thing that you don't like, you compartmentalize it, right? Okay, cool. So when I like this, I do it. So for a while, you could probably turn it off and on. Okay, I like this, so I'll, give it my best. And if I don't like this, okay, I'll give it my best, right? Or I won't give it my best. But then when it comes down to what you like, you'll just make an excuse as to why you have to half-ass it. You feel me?
Mm,
So let's take working out. I like this example. Let's take working out. Let's say you're a heavy arm guy, right? You like to bench press. You like to, do upper body stuff, incline, dumbbells, and all that. You don't like squats. You don't like uh deadlifting, right? So when it comes to you deadlifting, you kind of half-ass it, you kind of cheat your technique, or you don't put heavy weights at all. Like the weight is not even to the point. You're not even trying to get toned. You're just there, just doing this shit so you can say you did it, pretty much, right?
right.
So now you're like, okay, cool. When I do the deadlift, this is what I do, whatever. But when I go to upper body, like bench press and incline dumbbells, I'm gonna go crazy because that's what I like to do. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go crazy. But what you're not taking into consideration is one of these days you're not gonna feel like doing because you could love something in the work. You could love something so much that more than anything else in this world. But then when you start to do it, you're not gonna always love it every time you do it.
That's facts. True
So
shit.
then now this is follow me. So now when you get to let's say the bench press, you may not feel like doing that shit that day. What do you always fall back to when you don't feel like doing something? Half-ass it. I don't feel like doing today. I'm a bullshitter. Okay, cool. Now, because you've done that to something that you love, now it has become a full on habit. So I'm not just saying, yo, you do something like this one time, then everything you do from then on is going to be the way you do it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, if
Right.
you half ass it one time, you're going to half ass everything. No, it's a slow process, but I'm trying to show you how the process gets started. The
Yeah.
process gets started from doing something you don't like or even doing something that you like. But let's, for this example, it's a little bit better doing something that you don't like and you half ass it. Then slowly but surely it goes into half assing things you actually like to do. So, like for the workout example, you half assing the deadlifts now turns into you half assing bench press, which you love,
Yep.
which then turns into you half-assing all the other things you love, and then all things you don't love, which then includes what the first original topic said. The way you do one thing is how you do all things. So, with that whole long soliloquy out the way, the main point of this whole thing is do not let yourself fall into that habit because it's easy to do it. Do not let yourself fall into the habit of I don't like it, so I'm a half-ass it. Because slowly but surely you will make that a habit and then you will do everything that way permanently
True
until
shit.
you subconsciously try to change it, but then that's even harder. Right?
Yep.
So Frederick
Yep.
Douglass said it's way easier to prepare strong men than to repair no strong boys than to prepare than to repair you feel me? Harder to break out of
Hold on.
something that
You
you
kind of
are.
breaking up, bro.
You all right, hold on, I'm gonna repeat it. I was saying Frederick Douglass says it's easier to build strong men, I mean strong boys, than it is to repair broken men.
Mm,
You feel me? So
yeah.
what that pretty much is saying is like it's easy when they're young because it's easy, or not just when they're young, but it's easier when you're like starting off something, when you're young in something. So if you're young, like you just started working out, it's easier to build good habits than it is to stop somebody from doing something that's a bad habit that they've been doing for a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever. You feel me? So
That's
my point of all of this is do not let yourself fall into that trap of doing said thing because it will be way harder to stop doing it than it would be to just create the habit of not doing it in the first place. And with that being said, I will pass it to Weezy.
amen. Amen. Say man. Amen. Say man. With this topic, Coop done hit all the nails on the motherfucking head. But it's more so the fact that, like, bro, when it comes to any old habit, good, bad, negative, indifferent, doesn't matter. I believe it takes you what, 2 weeks to learn a habit and 6 weeks to break it. And mind you, those 6 weeks of breaking the habit is probably one of some of the worst things that you could possibly go through, especially if it's a bad habit. Because let it be, like Coop said, let it be something where you're working out and you form a habit where you're half-assing shit. If you've been doing that for like 5 years, bro, trying to break that habit within 6 weeks is probably going to be one of the hardest things that you have ever done in your life. Because to say that is like, all right, I built up this habit. I'm used to doing this certain thing in a certain way when it comes to this certain variable, right? And for me to try to break that certain habit from said certain variable within those 6 weeks is like, all right, first week you kind of chugging along. Second week you kind of, all right, I'm getting my bearings. Third week you're in that middle phase. But it's just a matter of the fact of even trying to go on and break that habit is hard. So what we're saying in this first topic is basically just don't fall down that rabbit hole. Just when you recognize that you're going down a negative habit path, you have to be able to see that and recognize it, be like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? This isn't it's not going to end out well for me, and or it's not going to end up well, period. So let me try to break this shit now, so you're not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in with this negative habit that's consistently pulling you down to the point where it's like, yo, like, I can't get it off me. Like, I can't break this off me. And then once the moment that you're in that position where you have a bad habit and you can't break it off of you, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna want to break that bad habit. Let's be honest, you're not. No matter how hard you may try. Granted, there's a slim percentage of people who actually push through that shit. But 9 times out of 10, bro, I've seen it firsthand. You're not. You're absolutely not. Because no matter what you do, you may end up, you know what I'm saying, going back to your old ways. And that could ultimately end up hindering you more rather than if you was just from the jump be like, yo, like, nah, we not doing it this way. Let me kind of shake some shit up. Let me shift it in a way where it's more so beneficial to me and I'm not harming myself in the long run. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I say that to say, like, yo, just be mindful of the things that you're picking up throughout the course of your life. Good, bad, negative habits, no matter the case is. Cause once you're well aware, once you have that inkling, like, all right, this isn't good. Let me drop that. And then you should drop that within, you know what I'm saying, you first realizing that. So um yeah, I just never fall down that rabbit hole. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I fell down that rabbit hole. I fell down a rabbit hole too. But it's just you just have to break it. But hopefully y'all don't have to go through that in general. But Coop, you got anything else to add before we move on, my brother?
Yeah. So I just want to add this quick thing. Like I like what you said about the rabbit hole example. It's easier to walk around a rabbit hole than it is to dig yourself out of it.
Yep.
So just like things in your life, when you see those rabbit holes, and those rabbit holes obviously being those bad habits, it's easier to walk around them, to develop the habit of walking around them, as opposed to developing a habit of constantly having to dig yourself out of them.
Yep.
Feel me? And also too, it's also better to be self-aware, because if you know you're the type of person that always, no matter what, finds themselves digging themselves out of the rabbit hole, you have to really sit down with yourself and figure out ways of, like, based on your personality, your own self, how to avoid these rabbit holes at all costs. Because the fight, I ain't gonna lie, bro, fighting out of a rabbit hole, bro, is draining. Like it's
Yep.
me, it's draining mentally. Like you, and also too, on top of that, we just said 2 habits, 2 weeks to develop one, 6 to break. Now, let's say you are competing, like, as far as business wise or anything else, you're competing with, like, I guess, like, people around you, your competition or whatever, right? Whatever. And it took, it's taking you now 6 weeks. No. Sorry. It's 8 weeks because it took you 2 weeks to develop it, then another 6 to break it. So you by proxy are now 8 weeks behind the competition.
Yep.
You feel me? So it like
Real
using that
shit.
as a perspective, like don't fall that far behind because you don't want to be 8 weeks behind the competition. So real quick, like I said, just walk around the rabbit hole. It's way easier. It'd be way more beneficial, and you'll still be one step above the competition, whether that be you guys in sports, because obviously sports is competition like no other. Like, especially if you want to play next level, you got only a certain number of spots on a certain number of teams, and you got to be the one to make that roster over somebody else or over a whole bunch of other people that want that same position that you want. So always try to stay ahead of the competition in that aspect, but also you're competing against yourself every day as well. So uh stay just walk around it, man.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
I got for that.
Sir, well spoken, man. Well spokes up, man. Well spokes up, man.
Talk to
But
me.
moving on to the next topic of the HoloBros Pod, Coop has doing the wrong thing ever caught up to you, my brother.
Sheesh, has it ever? That example of half-assing shit that you don't want to do, that's me. That literally is me. Like dead ass. Like uh started half-assing. I forgot. Like it's just it didn't happen for so long. I forgot how it even like the origin story behind it because you don't really know a lot of times. It's just like once you really full on into the bad habit, you don't even remember how the shit even happened.
Yup.
But so long story short, you should like just half-ass everything. Like I didn't want to do the shit, I just half-assed it, and then slowly but surely that turned into me half-assing everything, and then that catches up a lot. They get caught up. Like I'm trying to think of an example of it catching up to me. Uh, I'm trying to think. Probably in like school
I was
and
just
shit.
about to
Like
say in school and shit.
like college. Yeah, like college wise. Like I'll be like half-assing studying. I won't really study because, like I said, I don't know if I said this on here, but like everybody has ability that we're blessed with, but the ability is only going to take you so far when you're in the room with people with that same ability.
Mm, talk
You
to
feel what
him.
I'm saying? So, like when you get to college, whether that be for sports or just regular academics, when yeah, you have a good memory, so you don't really have to study, but certain topics in college you have to study because you're not going to know everything. Like there's more advanced topics, there's more, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So
Facts.
just me going off my good memory and half-assing the studying, trying to cram like the day before or some shit, it's not going to work, bro. And it didn't work, so I would like be getting bad grades and all this dumb shit when that could have all been avoided had I just study how I was supposed to study and not half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? Or in like football, sometimes like if I don't want to do a specific drill, I half-ass the drill. You feel me?
Mm,
But like I said, when you get to college, which I learned that when you get to college, you think because you one of the best players on your team, nigga, everybody in college was either the best player or one of the best players on their team. They're in college. You think because you fast, you quick, you can run nice routes, or you could catch the ball or whatever, nigga, they can all do the same thing you could do. What separates you? You feel me? So I had to
for
start learning
sure.
that stuff. Like, what separates me from the pack? Do I watch more film? Do I do more conditioning? Do I actually like give 100%, 110% on every single route? Like, what do I do? Do I give my all? Do I? So things like that is what you have to realize. Like, the small things separate you, and your talents and your gifts that you're blessed with only take you but so far when you're in the room with people with those same talents and gifts. Like, yeah, you stand out when you're not in the room with those people, or you stand out when you're at a low level, like a high school or a middle school, because the topics, for lack of a better term, are like like I don't know how you say, like entry level when it comes to college,
Surf.
like just entry.
I was gonna say surface level, but
Yeah,
entry
surface
level
level.
work.
There we go. Surface level. Surface level. I like surface level better. But yeah, so there's surface level like topics and things like that. So like my good memory was getting me through. I was an honorable student, all that. But then when you go to college, it's like, oh, this shit don't
Yeah.
really work. Shit don't really work how I thought it was gonna work. Shit ain't I ain't playing on this. Like, yo, mom, yo, come get me, yo. feel me? So like that's just an
Yeah.
example of how just like that bad habit of just half-assing things just catches up, like it caught up to me. And just like it'll catch up to you, it'll catch up to anybody if you do not check it and you do not correct it. You know what I'm saying? So but it takes self-awareness. And the worst part of having a bad habit is sleepwalking with a bad habit. Now what does that mean? And I'll pass it to Weezy. That means is you don't even know you have a bad habit because you're so
Mm.
used to doing the shit. So
Mm.
when you sleepwalk with a bad habit, it's even worse because now you don't even know to correct it because you don't think it's anything wrong.
Mm. Talk
And
to
then
him.
what's even worse than that is having your whole group sleepwalk with the same bad habit because then none of y'all can check
Mm.
each other.
Whew.
That's what's even worse.
Whew.
I'm saying, bro, like you feel me?
Whew.
So that also we could also bring that into account of choosing the right people, which we always talk about in here. Hang around the right people because what's worse than the group of sheep walking in a circle is you and all your homies walking in a circle like dodos. Hey man, where we going? Who's the leader?
Not
I don't know. Let's just
lying.
keep walking this way. Hey, I'm following this guy. Then the guy in front of him. I'm following this guy. Then the guy in front of him. I'm following this guy. Then they get all the way back to you, and the nigga say he following you. Then everybody like, wait, what? So who we following? I don't know. All right, fuck it. Let's keep walking. Like you feel me? Like I always go back to that video of the sheep because that video is so funny because everybody is like so like, oh, it's aliens. The sheep are walking. No, that's what sheep do. Sheep that like that's why I was laughing because I'm like, yo,
Oh.
it's like sheep on the internet that just follow anything that are told what to do and how to feel
Oh,
are
100%.
confused that sheep, like in real life, actual sheep are walking in a circle and don't know what to do. That's why they have a sheep herder who is their leader and they follow them. Like it was also real quick too. I know I said I was gonna pass the easy, but
No,
I
you
just thought
good.
about this too. It was also another funny video about sheep, which is I love sheep because like their sheep is so funny. Like
Sheeple.
yeah, sheeple. That's actually funny. That's funny as fuck. I'm naming this episode that sheeple. That's funny as shit. Yeah, the name of the episode. Sheeple. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're a legend. That's some funny shit. Sheeple. Now I'm writing that down real quick. Sorry, I got to. Can't forget that one. That was golden. Sorry. Yeah, no, that
Mm.
was good. That was good
Holy
shit.
shit. I was drinking water and I was trying not to spit my water out. That's
Yeah, that was good
hilarious.
shit. That was good shit. But yeah, no. So it was this video of this lady jogging in it. She was jogging, and a group of sheep seen her, so they just followed her, and they did not stop following. They elected her as their leader.
The fuck?
A random lady. She literally was just jogging. There was a video, and they just kept following her because they thought that she was their leader. So when she stopped, they stopped. When she ran, they ran. When she went left, they went left. In a single file line. You feel me? So hey, like I
Yeah.
said, don't be in a group of people like sheep walking. Hey, going off the
See?
sheep playing words, man. Don't be
See?
off. You feel me? In a group of people sheep walking, and none of y'all know what's going on, or just don't be at all with the bad habit and then sleepwalk either. So it takes a lot of self awareness to break a habit. That's another thing I wanted to add. It takes a lot of self awareness because if you're not, you'll find yourself being amongst sheeple, and you will be
Facts.
one of them. Just be one of them, chilling. Yeah, I know. That's you feel me. That's the comedic genius. You don't know.
Yo,
You just out of
bro.
nowhere, you don't know
Why
what to
did
expect.
you?
It's just a curveball. You got to throw a curveball in there, man. Makes for it gets the people going.
Yo, nah, that definitely did get me going at least. What the fuck?
Pause.
Alright, pause. Thank you. That was crazy. Yo, bro.
All right, so yo,
Yo,
all right,
yo,
we're gonna
alright.
pass it to Weezy, man. Yo, what's going on right now?
Yo, son. Alright, bro. Have has doing the wrong thing ever caught up to you? Yes. 1,000%. Damn near. Yes. Being a procrastinator. Um,
Oh yeah, I should have used that one too.
being yo,
Sheesh.
any yo, anybody who know me know. Back in high school, son.
Sheesh. That was yeah. I should actually use that one too. That
God,
procrastination, that shit kills, dude.
God, yo, back in high school was the worst, bro. I mean, like, especially freshman year, I was in this class and I had got kicked out of a class. I was doing my homework, so it was like, bro, being a procrastinator sucks. Like,
It's the worst shit.
cause it's like, you know that you want to do shit, and like you have to do shit, but you gonna wait until the last possible second to do said shit. So it's
Yeah.
like, bro, yeah, yeah. I was. I mean, I still kind of am a procrastinator. I've been working on it. Literally, I've been working on it since college.
Yeah.
Cause I realized, like Coop said, it's self-awareness. If you sleepwalk knowing that you have bad habits and you don't choose to break those bad habits, you're kind of just walking through like blindly. It's like, all right,
Yeah. You're in limbo at that point.
yeah, you're like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I have any flaws about me, knowing that there's about 50 red flags about you. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of shit that's going on, and you just need to look within yourself. So it's just like, yo, I was there. I was shit, bruh. Doing my YouTube. Bruh. At this point, I'm supposed to have at least 100,000 subs, bro. If I didn't procrastinate on that shit, bruh. Oh my goodness. Oh brother. Oh brother. So it's just like, yo, don't be like us. Don't be like us. Just if you know that you have a bad habit, and if you know what I'm saying, if you can at least point it out from your own perspective, if it may even have to take somebody else to point it, like really point that shit out about you, like, yo, like you have this bad habit, and then you have to take that as a self-reflection, be like, all right, yo, like, so it's multiple people saying I have this bad habit, and then you have to take that for yourself and be like, all right, let me do some self-reflection, let me do some growing, let me do the proper things that I need to do so I could grow out of that. You see what I'm saying? Because we talk about this on the show all the time. You never want to be on a plateau. The second that you're on a plateau is the second that you're gonna regress, and you want to progress. You don't want to go down. You want to go up, and you want to keep going up. You don't want to just stay on the solid line, or keep going down. And nah, bro, you want to steady climb, steady climb, because it's like the second that you take the necessary steps to become a better person. I said this before. And that's the second that you do those steps is the second that you become a better person than you were yesterday. So, hey man, take it from us. Just recognize when you have those bad habits, and we hope that you can recognize them early, and you aren't just sleepwalking through those problems. And even if you are sleepwalking through those problems, we hope that these topics helps you realize, like, yo, like you was sleepwalking through some bad habits. So, hey, um, that's pretty much all I have for that. Coop, you got anything else to add before we move on, me boy?
Nah, man. Just like we said, man. Don't sleepwalk. Be self aware when it comes to them habits, man, or them bad habits, and then understand that you gotta be proactive, extremely proactive. You gotta work 3 times as hard to break them. You feel me? So just keep going, man. Keep going. Don't give up. Even when you know you developed a bad habit or you finally realizing it, it's never too late to change, man.
Real
Don't
shit,
lose hope and just keep going. So that's all I got.
real shit, real shit, real shit. So, moving on to the next topic of the HoloBros spot. Coop, learn 5 new things about your passion every single day. What does that mean to you, my brother?
What that means is just what it says, man. Like, if you're an aspiring whatever, whether you want to play sports, whether you want to be involved in sports, whether you want to be a creator, whether you want to be a musician, author, whatever, right? I can go on and on and on. Astronaut, whatever.
Mm,
Learn 5 new things about your passion each day. Why do I say that? Because you have to keep learning to stay ahead of the pack and to keep yourself not stagnant. You keep yourself moving. Like give yourself goals, right?
yep.
So when you set a goal out for yourself that is attainable, because 5 new things is not that hard when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, right? But it separates yourself from other people that are not doing that.
Mm,
You feel me? Not everybody is looking to try to find new things, new information, and it also allows you to just get more information. Simple. But it's a goal now. It's not just, oh, I'm just researching something. No, let me just learn 5 new things. And it don't have to be the most groundbreaking shit. Like if you're a person that let's take filming for example. Let's say if you're a person that likes to film things. Let's say it could be something as simple as learning how to set up a camera lens, learning if you didn't know that already, learning how to properly film a certain shot. How should I film a shot that's supposed to be a dramatic scene? What how should I don't know, like you feel me? Like things
Yeah.
like that. Like how should I use the sunlight or how should I use the fact that it's dark outside to convey what is going on in the scene or things like that. If I'm a video editor, how do I color correct? How do I use Premiere? How do I use what's the one for Apple? Uh Whatever. You know what I'm
iMovie
saying? Yeah. No. It's another one. Final Cut. There we go.
or
Final
Final
Cut.
Cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So like how do I use Final Cut? If I'm an athlete, let's say I'm a football player and I'm a quarterback, how do I get more torque on the ball to get more velocity? How's my feet work? Should I change my feet work? Like what's the best, like things like that. Like there's so much on the internet that you can learn about your passion each and every day. If you're a script writer, I can go on and on and on, guys. My point is learn 5 new things about your passion each day because they, like I said, it gives you something to work for, while also benefiting you because you're now learning things about yourself,
Mm.
and not about yourself but just about what you love to do.
Yep.
And then also, it's a victory every time you get to learn 5 new things. It's a victory. Damn, I completed my goal for today. So it's now also a morale boost as well. And then, okay,
Mm.
let's say you didn't find 5 things. Okay, come back the next day and let's say you found 3 things. So let's say now the next day you found 7 things. Now you're even. You broke even because you got 2 extra from the ones you missed. Like things like that, right? And then
Facts.
also for the people that maybe like, five is not enough, or I need to do more. Do 10, do 20. Whatever you feel like is enough. You feel me? I just using 5 as a base number. But you could do one, you could do two, whatever you feel like is the best for you. And then as you start to develop that habit and you start to continue to get those victories and you start to learn more about what you want to do, then you increase. So let's say you
Yeah.
were doing one, now you do two, now you do three, etc., etc. So long story short, learning 5 new things about your passion each day will not only separate you from the pack, but it will also allow you to uh have these like have like a morale boost for completing these goals. And it also, on top of that, it will just allow you to like start mastering your craft more because now you're starting to proactively learn things that will then help you master said craft, which will really separate you from the pack because there's a lot of people that are good at things, but there's very few masters because people
Yep.
don't want to take the time to master their craft. How do you master your craft? By learning it, doing research, like practicing the shit. You feel me? So, yeah, it's one thing to say you want to do something. It's another thing to be proactive and actively seek out information to learn how to do something. You feel me?
It's real
Like if
shit.
you're a business owner, you don't know how LLCs work. Try to learn how to find like how to do an LLC, how to do this, how to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So, long story short, guys, just try to find things each day that will benefit you and that you can learn about your passion each day. So that's really all I got, bro. What you got, man?
Honestly, man, you done pretty much said everything I needed to say. But it's just a matter of the fact of just to reiterate. Once you take those 5 things each and every single day, talked about this before, you're forming a habit, right? Consistently. Do that for over the course of the next 2 weeks. You'll start to see how much progress you made over the last 2 weeks by just learning 5 new things every single day. Cause it's some creators, no matter in what profession, there's people out here that's not working as hard as you, and there's also people who are working more than you. You see what I'm saying? So you always gotta stay up and up. You always gotta know what's in the know. What do I gotta do? Like what's the next, you know what I'm saying? What's the next innovation thing that's going on in my in whatever you guys are working on and whatever passions you guys have you're passionate about. So it's just like you take those little things. We said this before. Those little things you learn often then amount to a whole mountain that you built because you took the time to master your craft. With mastering your craft, you often then, like Coop said, you're often then put on, let's say, I wouldn't say a higher pedestal, but you're more so elevated than the regular
Yeah, that's a fact.
competition, because those people that some the people that are below you that didn't take the time to master their craft, they don't know as much as you. So by
Facts.
so by you taking the time out and doing the and learning about the 5 things each and every single day, and then you times that by a year, bruh, you're infinitely ahead of the competition, and you're basically a master. Everybody's coming to you at that point. So it's just a matter of the fact, like, bro, like Coop said, even if it's not even 5 things, maybe you're starting out with one, then working your way up, two, three, no matter the case is. And if you do that over the course of 2 weeks, and then after that 2 weeks, you keep doing it, is you're going to end up being a master in literally no time. Literally no time. Because you're taking the time out to actually learn about your craft. You're taking the time out to learn about your passion. While others, like I said, they're not, yeah, they may be taking the time out, but they aren't doing it like how you do it. Like
Facts.
like Cole said, you gotta show them that you doing it on the level that you do it, because they can't do it on the level that you doing it at the end of the
That's that.
day. So I mean, that's pretty much all I got for that. Cause, bruh, at the end of the day, it's all about mastering what we love. And if you have a passion and a love for something, why wouldn't you keep wanting to learn about it and keep doing it at the end of the day? So, um, yeah, that's pretty much all I had for that, man. Coop, you got anything else to add before we move on, man?
Nah, that's it, Brody.
All
You
right.
know we got to get to it, man.
Yes, sir. Gaming. Amen. Say man. Amen. Say man. Amen. Say man. So, for those of you that are still playing Call of Duty, um, shut up, Siri. For those of you that are still playing Call of Duty, uh, the season 2 patch is dropping February 15th. That is in approximately 2 weeks. They ended up posting a blog post. What's today? 27th. They ended up posting a blog post 2 days ago, um, detailing a lot of global changes. We're just going to run through them briefly. Uh, Crash and stability. We remain dedicated to stability patches. Blah blah blah. They fixed some audio issues. They suggest that some PC players may be experiencing audio issues. Da 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 da. Player reports, investigations of player reports regarding audio. Leader said identify a previously known unknown issue impacting occlusion across the game. Audio occlusion is filtered. Blah blah blah. So they're doing some audio fixes as well. UI, a number of UI UX updates are coming to season 2 to improve overall flow of in-game menus. These updates include improved navigation and organization of camel menu, more polished social tab, including improved channel swapping and player muting, new My Bundle screen, quick equip items for battle pass, My Bundles to store, vertical previews and store in gunsmith, improved clarity attachment, more fixes, so weapon balancing is something we're always analyzing. We'll be balancing weapons for season 2, just like any other seasonal or mid-season update. Details on weapon balancing can be found in the upcoming season 2 launch patch notes. When we have those patch notes, we will be talking about those on the show as well once we get them. Battle Royale, the Gulag, 1v1 Gulag will be returning with the launch of Season 2. With the change, players will see the return of the original Warzone overtime mechanic, the domination style flat control point, and place of the jailer. I don't play Warzone like that, but thank you, Activision, thank you, Infinity Ward, thank you, because I don't know who went in the design room said 2v2 Gulags would be cool. I don't, and don't bring it back. Just don't. Just leave it in the shadow realm, please, please. Just leave it in the shadow realm. We don't need it. We don't. We don't. That was probably one of the worst ideas I could have done to the Gulag. Thanks. In order to bring this change online sooner, we have edited the existing season 1 Gulag for better 1v1 combat, but are actively working on a dedicated 1v1 map for future seasons that is actually really good. We also made some logistical changes to the Gulag experience. Ground loot has been revisited as well as the loadouts that players will spawn in with. We've updated the pool to include assault rifles, submachine guns, and light machine guns as primary weapons as the circles progress. Shotguns have been removed from the rotation while handguns will still remain available as secondary weapons. Thank you, because them shotguns was fucking busted, bro. For those leaving the arena victorious, the Gulag will grant a larger cash reward to players. This change to cash will allow redeploying players to get back on their feet a bit faster. Thank the Lord. Cash economy. In addition to the cash changes of Gulag outlined above, we are balancing the battle royale economy with a slight reduction in cash rewards for completing contracts. Additionally, we are increasing the lowest cash value of cash piles from ground loot to 800 and from cash registers to 500. Previously $100 minimum. I fuck with that. Makes the game go by a lot quicker. Because you're getting cash easier. Um, Loot and inventory. As announced last week, we're shifting away from loot windows menus to floating loot that will now drop out of all containers in the world, similar to loot from supply boxes. The changes is intended to improve the pace of gameplay by minimizing time spent navigating the UI and getting players back into the action faster. So wait, are they changing that dumbass, shitty ass loot? Or it's not vomit looting, but it's like you have to scroll through the loot menus. If they're changing that, that's actually a good change, and it's about time because that new looting system that y'all have is no,
Trash.
get it out of here. Um,
Stinky back.
we were excited to see the new backpack system give players the agency to customize their inventory for a desired playstyle role within the squad. And our continued effort to balance engagements, meaning large backpacks will no longer be available, and limited players will drop loot onto the ground rather than loot-filled backpacks. Every player will have the same backpack throughout the entire game, will subsequently reduce the impact of stacking medical supplies, equipment, and kill streaks. So they took out medium and large backpacks. I don't know how I feel about that. Um, loadouts
That's
out.
ass.
Eh, I mean, I get it from a design standpoint, but if like from a battle royale standpoint, for you to be removing backpacks, I don't know about
That's
that one.
ass. I
Yeah,
don't know. I like the fact that there was different backpack sizes, so you get rewarded for finding a bigger backpack so that
yeah,
you can have more loot. The way they have the looting system.
nope.
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like a good change. I'm gonna be honest.
It doesn't even sound like what does that do to help the game?
It uh nothing apparently. I mean,
Exactly.
it reduces the fact of stacking medical supplies, equipment, and kill streaks, but like,
Bro, they were rewarded. They found it. That's why you should reward a battle royale is a looter. That's what the game is essentially. It's a looter and survival. So you should be rewarded for looting. If that's the case, you're penalizing people for looting
yeah,
or doing strongholds, which those backpacks usually are strongholds and like the conquest or whatever that shit is, right?
yeah.
But yeah, or whatever that shit, the black sites and shit. You're essentially getting like what? That's weird.
It,
Because I've usually only found those if I killed somebody that had it or going to a stronghold or a black site.
yeah. I don't know.
It's stupid, bro. Like they take out the stuff that was a good change. Yeah. And if that's the case, then don't let people stack more than a specific amount. But even that's stupid.
Yeah,
Bro, I like the fact that you get to choose how you want to create your stuff. It's not just you're not just subjected to this is what you have to do. I like the power of choice, especially in a game like that. The power of choice is what I loved in that Call of Duty.
that ass. It,
Well,
it
in this Call of Duty.
it's what the power of choice is what makes it fun.
Yeah,
Cause
that's what I'm saying now. And then it's also a strategy behind that. Damn, do I want to have a whole bunch of armor plates or do I want to have like some ammo in here or do I want to have some kill streaks stowed? Because
mm-hmm.
obviously your original, like your regular, like without a backpack, your regular loadout, like as far as guns and shit, they have to be in a specific way. Like you can't just have
Yeah,
25 silver. So which makes sense. But with those backpacks, you get to kind of organize shit. Like okay, like stow. Okay, I could stow like 7 self reses, but if I ever get in the gym, I have no reserve ammo.
right.
Or if they shoot my plates off, I have no plates, no reserves. So it just I don't know. It's
Um,
that's stupid to me. In my opinion, that's stupid. I don't even know.
oh,
I think they just be trying to do shit just to like say they make changes.
yeah, and unless the only other time I could see that change happening is unless there was a exploit going around. So that would be like the only other reasoning why I could see that change even happening. But
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't, I haven't heard of any exploits like that though. So I
I
don't know,
don't know.
man.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know,
Shit
man.
don't
Yeah.
something ain't right.
Something ain't right. Uh, loadouts though. Loadouts have always been a core part of Warzone's Battle Royale, and something we pay close attention to. The changes players have seen with the launch of Warzone 2.0 since insistent have ultimately been in pursuit of the most fulfilling experience for the individual and the team, all while keeping things challenging. As such, we're making further changes to how players acquire part of the entirety of the loadouts. Season 2 will introduce customizable perk packages. Thank this feature will launch with a slightly reduced pool of available perks. Oh, of course not. Which we may slowly reintroduce over time. What? We want to navigate this particular feature as carefully as possible, ensuring that all available perks provide ample utility and remain viable balance options. Primary weapons will continue to be available at buy stages, but now at more full price point so that players can pursue victory with their most desired weapons. We also remain happy with the introduction of loadout drop markers. Though we have taken a careful look at the price point, the price of loadout drop markers has been slightly reduced so that respective squad sizes can acquire their full loadouts at a faster pace. In addition, on extremely rare occasions, players may find one while looting throughout Al Mazrah. Second loadout drop public event has been added, which means the drop will now happen on the first and fifth circles each match. Huh. So customizable perk packages, but yet it's only certain perks that are available. So why? So why even bring it? Why? Honestly, like if you're gonna bring a feature, test it fully. Or matter of fact, Infinity Ward, why don't y'all have playtest servers? Every other game has playtest servers. Overwatch, I don't think EFT has playtest servers. No, they don't. I think Battlefield has playtest servers. Bro, Battlefield has playtest servers. And COD, I don't have playtest servers to even test for features like this. Because
Rainbow had it.
yeah, Rainbow has playtest servers. And that game has been out since 2015. And for a game to been out since 2022 and not have playtest servers to test things like this, y'all are giving me a headache. Because it's it's no reason for this. It's no reason for y'all to add things and then test it and then for y'all to take it out just in case if it doesn't work. Y'all are doing too much. Just give us a playtest server. Give the players an opportunity to test these things out before they drop, before they actually go into these live servers, because y'all doing too much. But I digress. We have to keep moving. Additional changes. 3-plate vests. We're continuously evaluating the pace of combat engagements and have decided to make a change. All players will now start with a 3-plate vest. I fuck with it. Movement. We have made an important tweak to movement that should yield better outcomes for players in combat. Starting with Season 2, players will be able to bust through doors while playing the way they would if they were sprinting. This change includes a slight increase in movement speed while playing This change includes a slight increase in movement speed while plating to enable players to get to cover faster in moments of need. So they brought that back from Warzone 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Buy stations. In order to make buy stations and the goods easier to access, we've revamped our approach. Spawn locations have been added, adjusted. Spawns will be static across the map. Loadout drop markers have unlimited stock at all stations. Thank you. As always, we will continue to monitor the global balance of our economy and availability of resources as we move forward. Strongholds provide an alternative gameplay experience with high payoff for those willing to tackle the objective. For players, others interested in robbing players of the rewards, we are committed to providing a balanced engagement for players who choose to enter strongholds. Season 2 will bring changes to I can't fucking speak today.
Hell,
Speaking too
this nigga,
fast.
he just boogada
Season,
boogada boogada.
yo, season 2 will bring changes to the
Whoa.
season 2 will bring
Yo,
changes to
chill,
the
bro.
rewards players receive from Stronghold and Black Site completion, as well as additional adjustments to AI combatant damage. Um, DMZ enemy tuning. Season 1, the AI and DMC were challenging, but the ramble of difficulty was also steep with some players getting overwhelmed. With Season 2, we introduced a number of balance changes to adjust the types of AI spawning, the number of AI spawning, and accuracy of AI at range, and much more. All of this should provide a challenging but manageable play space that still requires player respect of enemy combatants and the DMZ. Spawn points, we are turning some of the infill points across our module for improved early match experience based on gameplay data, starting at a point which your squad feels isolated or without looted contract opportunities is not the best experience. These tweaks should improve spawn points across the mode. Mission data difficulty tuning. Data and feedback reinforced that the faction mission difficulty ramp was too aggressive for many players and that the demanding scale ultimately made it very challenging to unlock the second ensured weapon slot, completing all tier 3 missions in season 1. We have adjusted the overall scale and difficulty in the missions as the tiers progress. Later tier missions will still be quite challenging even for the experienced operator, but we believe more straightforward access to an additional insured slot will provide a better path for all players. Crashes, we know crashes are especially impactful. They've committed to its stability. Seasonal refresh, all new missions are coming in season 2, including refresh of your current faction mission progress and the inventory contraband and keys reset. We will be detailing these to know intel for the DMZ ahead of season 2 in an upcoming blog. Locations with a new exclusion zone coming in season 2. Players will have a third option to choose from when deploying in DMZ. The faction mission will refresh, provide new missions that send you across these destinations, including Building 21. Multiplayer, they did some audio improvements, perk balancing. We have heard a lot of feedback around the time of the bonus perks, specifically the ghost perk. We've looked at swapping the perks position, but we felt this would create severe imbalance in the perk system. For season 2, we've updated the rates, at which the bonus and the ultimate perks are earned. Reduces bonus perk cost by 50% and ultimate by 25%. Weapon balancing, we have several weapon balancing changes. Hardcore, as announced last week, hardcore mode is returned to Modern Warfare 2. Hardcore replaces tier 1 mode. Thank you. We are excited for fans to have this franchise favorite back in the mix for season 2. I don't know what y'all even tried to do with that tier 1 mode. That shit was trash. Playlists, our Valentine's Day playlist will return. Stay tuned. We'll be detailing the multiplayer modes coming to season 2 in the coming weeks. 1 week per month, Finn will be creating a Twitter poll, blah 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 blah. And that is about it for Call of Duty season 2, or at least the blog posts. When we get the patch notes, we will read them off to y'all when they become available. Damn, that was a lot. So we are at 52 minutes. I know, Coop, you have to head off. Do you want me to read off the Undisputed fight roster, or at least some fighters from what we have, since we actually have like the full list of fighters?
Uh, yeah, give it like the ones that like most people know, like not like yeah.
All right. So I'm looking at the first page. We have Tyson Fury, the late great Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Deontay Wilder, Canelo Alvarez, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sean Porter, David Adelaide, going through Joe Frazier, Alexander Usyk, Terrence Crawford, Troy Jones Jr., Ryan Garcia, Ricky Hatton, Sugar Ray Robinson, Lyndon Arthur, Mickey Ward, Lawrence Okoli, Josh Taylor and Kell Brook, Hopi Price, Jordan Gill, John Carroll, Michael Mickinson, Eddie Hall. Oh, they got Eddie Hall in the game?
Jeez.
Ooh, he about to be a powerhouse. I'm already knowing.
Hopefully they got Butterbean. They got Butterbeans to get busy.
I don't know if they have Butterbean. I'm gonna look though. They have Enzo Maccarinelli, Connor Ben, Charlie Edwards, Arturo Gotti, Sonny Edwards, Dalton Smith, Nigel Benn, Josh Warrington, and Frank Bruno, Kid Galahad, and Cecilia Brackhouse. So that was I basically just went through 10 pages without
Yeah,
fully just going through it. Um,
yeah,
Also Tarkov had another patch. I just want to run through this extremely quickly because it's short, and they kind of fixed basically a lot of shit that was wrong with the game. Audio issues, recoil, weight, basically uh fixed some geometry in streets, fixing the inability to level skills beyond level 50. Basically, they Tarkov basically just fixed a lot of shit that was wrong with the game, and I'm happy that they actually did that. Will I actually be getting back onto that game? I have no idea. Maybe I may end up streaming it tonight when y'all see this episode. So that's Saturday. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this week's gaming topic of the HoloBros pod, man. But moving on, Coop. What's one thing you would tell your 13 and or 14-year-old self, man?
uh, hmm. It's a lot I would tell my 13, 14-year-old self, man. One of them, stop trying to be cool.
Mm,
And what I mean by that is stop trying to like do shit that other people perceive as cool.
mm. Real shit.
Like, cause that would have saved me a lot of problems, bro. Like, I wanted to be like down. I wanted to be down and shit, like the Brandy song. Like, I wanted to be down. So like I hang around people, do dumb shit, like so they damn yo, this nigga he cool, yo. Yo, this one of the coolest dudes we know. Get the fuck
Yup.
out of here.
Yup.
Cause then when you get older, you realize them niggas wasn't cool. Them niggas was dumb.
It wasn't.
A lot of the things that we glorify as children are usually dumb shit. So, you feel me? Like when we start to realize that, was like we realize how stupid not only that we were as kids, but how stupid the things and the people that we followed were.
Yup.
You feel me? So
Literally.
that's one thing I would definitely tell myself, like, bro, don't stop trying to be cool, bro. Because number one, you're not cool. Shut up. Like, because the cool, I think cool, like, it's supposed to have a positive connotation, but we turned it into some dumb shit. Like, dude, like, cool is like to me saying a real nigga. Like I joke around, so I'm a real nigga, I'm a real nigga. But that shit is not cool. Because what we glorify, especially in the urban community, as being a real nigga, is somebody that is tough, somebody that goes to jail, somebody that's willing to kill you over something you say or something. Like shut up, you're not, like that's not cool, bro.
That's
Like,
exactly how it is.
and then like I will also tell myself in the same breath, being cool is being you, bro. Like, feel me? Being cool is being you.
Yeah, I
So
heard him.
like
Yeah,
that
I
that
heard him.
cool shit is nothing is cool about pretending to be somebody unless you're an actor.
Talk to him.
Unless you're getting paid or unless your passion is to be an actor and you're reading off a script or even like ad libbing here and there, it's not cool to pretend to be somebody you're not, bro.
Mm.
You feel me? Like
That's facts. Nah, that's
that
dead
shit is whack,
facts.
bro. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you're pretending to be somebody that you're not to impress other people that are pretending to be somebody they're not. So y'all niggas might as well take the show on the road. Just go real quick. Just go to Party City if you got it in your area. I know we got it over here in the East Coast. Go to Party City. Get you the biggest clown nose you can get. Put it on your nose. Then get the. They still do the orange hair for the clowns.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Get you some orange hair. Put it on. That's cool. Like, you're cool. You want to be cool, right? Just put on the clown nose. Make sure the shit squeaks. Honk honk. Make sure the shit. You put on that. You put on that orange hair. And then look, you get the biggest clown jumpsuit and the biggest clown shoes. And if you're old enough to drive, get in the biggest clown car. No, the smallest clown car. How
Smallest,
ironic.
smallest.
Smallest clown car you can find. And then jump out and just you and all your clown homies, y'all can make some bread. I'm trying to
See?
help. I'm trying to help you. You feel me? I'm trying to help you. So if you are somebody that is trying to be cool, and this is me talking to my younger self, if you're somebody that's trying to be cool, then somebody that's trying to be cool by impressing other motherfuckers who are trying to be cool, and neither of y'all are yourselves. None of y'all that's trying to be cool are not yourselves. You're doing what you think the other person that's not themselves will like, but they're not even themselves. So you think it's a whole conundrum, my nigga.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
ass.
literally, I'm pretending to be somebody that the person that you're pretending to be likes.
Hmm?
Like I said, man, just go to Party City. They got all that shit there. I'm sure. Or go to clownsrus.com. And if it's not a site, I'll create that, and I'll start shipping stuff to you guys. I'll give you guys same day shipping. You feel me? Depending on where you are. So
Yo,
if you're kind of far, I'll probably do like week. Probably take a little week. But yeah, so yeah, that's one thing I'll tell myself. Like, stop trying to be cool. That cool shit. You want to be cool, just be a clown. That's how you look. You look like a clown. To people that know you, like, shut up. Just
you
be
ain't
you, bro.
lying. You ain't
Because it's
lying.
still people that we know to this day. Not calling no names, but it's still people that we know to this day
Till this
that
day.
are that we know for a fact aren't how they acting. We know them. Like, we grew up with you, my nigga. You're not that. So, like I said, bro, because I don't know. I'm not even gonna dwell on it. But long story short, I would tell myself to stop being cool, because the cool shit, that shit is gonna cause you nothing but problems. But
Yep.
what you got, man? What would you tell your 13 or 14-year-old self, man?
Damn, it's hella shit I would tell myself.
That's a fact.
Number one, though, focus on your motherfucking YouTube, nigga. Yo, focus on
Woo!
that shit, yo.
See, for
Cause
you, I feel like you was gonna either say that or lead them girls alone. Like,
oh
leave,
yeah,
like,
yeah, that was another one. That, I was, I was, I
don't
was,
focus on the women.
but that's a part of it. That's a part of it though. Just focus on YouTube. Cause
Yeah,
yo, I'm telling y'all, bro. And I hate to be the, y'all know, I hate to be this guy. I hate, you know what I'm saying, being that, yo, I wish I would have done this. I hate being the coulda, woulda, shoulda dude, bro.
nah, but it's important, Weezy, because while we do this, it's important.
That's a fact.
So this way, they hear you saying that shit, so they don't do what you did. You
That's a
feel me?
fact. That's a fact.
That's why we're from experience, because there's a lot of things that we could say we wish, damn, I woulda, shoulda, coulda, but that is just saying to them, don't be like how me and him was.
Yeah, that's
Don't
facts.
be like how he was and I started his YouTube. Because now he got to look back and say, damn, I wish I, you know what I'm saying? I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have done this shit differently. Don't be that person. Use
That's a
him
fact.
and use me as your crash test dummy. Like I said before, the Frederick Douglass quote: it's easier to build strong kids than it is to repair broken men."
Mm, real shit. Real
So
shit.
prepare yourself. Don't be that. Don't be like us that we got to unlearn a lot of the shit we learned. That's what this whole podcast is for. So now go ahead, bro. Like, it's important. It's important that you talking like that, because they probably got people in their life that talk like how you talk. Damn,
Yeah.
yo, yo, youngin. I remember I joked about this on a like an earlier episode. Like, yo, I could have been in the NBA and I was better than Jordan. I dunked on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of them type of niggas. Like, so
Yeah.
it's important, bro. It's important when we talk like that, because then they know, like, damn, like, he wish he would have did something, and then they could look at their own life like, yo, I'm at that crossroads right now where I'm doing something, whether it be music, whether it be content, that I'm not either giving it all like my 100%, or I'm kind of bullshit
Yeah.
with it. You
Real
feel me? So
shit.
they kind of like, damn, like, I don't want to be like him. I don't want to be like them. You feel me? So yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the whole point of this, bro. Yeah, tell your story,
Nah,
bro.
that's a
Be
fact.
that guy, bro. Be that guy, son. Be the wish you could have. Be the angry nigga. Be the get off my lawn nigga.
Yo, get off my lawn. Nah, nah. Yo, bruh, don't ask me why I just did that. But yo,
Yo,
like,
this
if
nigga's
if
crazy.
if that was one thing I would tell my 13, 14-year-old self, bro, cause I used to be, actually, I'm not even gonna say I used to be, but the amount of creative thoughts that I had when I was a kid, bro, like, and then it's just like a part of it was school too, and it kind of just like pushed that shit away, or at least back then, cause like bro, literally, I had so many video ideas. I used to have like this old ass journal where I would write down my video ideas, and I would like never, like, it's somewhere. It's literally somewhere. It's probably somewhere upstairs in my house or some shit. But I would write down video ideas. I remember my senior year, I wanted to do a senior day vlog, or my last like senior like vlog, like my last day. And I remember I had recorded like my intro, and I never recorded anything after that, bro. Cause I remember I was supposed to do like this whole last day, cause I think, cause Coop, we had like a field day or some shit. It was like I forgot what it was. I don't remember.
What you mean field day? Like senior breakfast, senior service?
I think it was senior service, some shit like that.
Senior service is when, like, I remember. I don't know if you was there, but some of the seniors like me, Yaz, and some other people went to the Somerset field day. That was our senior service. We went to Somerset field day, and we was doing the games with the kids, pretty
Oh
much.
nah, I ain't do that. But it was something.
Oh,
It
you
was.
probably went somewhere else then. But no, we did the things that we did was like senior service, which was like going back to the community. Like we cleaned the fire stations,
Oh, that's fire.
shit like that. What else we do? Yeah, we went to the field day. We went to, I think that was it. And then we had a senior breakfast, which was that morning where we just was like, we had the senior breakfast. We came in and ate breakfast, and then we went out. We went outside to the turf field, and we took that picture with the number,
Mm.
like the 17.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
So I don't know which one you talking about. Which one field day? I don't remember
I
like the field.
remember. I remember. See, I don't want to say, like, cause this
This nigga already laughed. I know it's some bullshit.
yo, cause this was the day you took dude chain.
That was senior breakfast, nigga. And I ain't do that. That was, he's lying. But that was senior breakfast. What he's lying about is senior breakfast. He's lying. I don't remember that. I have no recollection of what the fuck he's talking about.
Yes, you do.
That was senior breakfast though. What he's lying about is senior breakfast.
Yo,
Because that was the day I took a picture. That was the day I took a picture with Yaz. That was literally that day. The day you're talking about is the day before me and Yaz became official boyfriend girlfriend.
yeah,
That's senior breakfast. Yeah, that's senior breakfast, bro.
that was the day I was supposed to do a vlog, but I digress, bro. Someday you gonna have to tell that story on this show, bro, cause that
What story, bro? Oh, me and Yaz getting together?
no, you know what story I'm talking about,
What you
nigga.
talking about?
On that field, niggas, yo, I, I ain't even about to say too much, y'all, but
I ain't
just,
gonna lie.
just
You telling a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, but you telling lies, but you trying to tell. That's
yo, my
you
bad,
telling.
bro. Yo, my
He,
bad, bro. My
he
bad,
telling
bro.
lies, man. He said, "I'm gonna tell."
Yo, y'all just know I'll never forget that day. Just know I'll, bro. I'm telling y'all, I wish I would have been a full-time content creator back then, bro. Because if I would have recorded that moment, that video would have been viral. I promise you. But yeah. So that would be the one thing I would tell my 13, 14-year-old self. Coop, you got anything else to add before we move on, man?
Nah, bro, that's it.
So moving on to the next topic of the HoloBros pod, take the message and leave the messenger. Coop, what does that mean to you, man?
What that means to me is like I hear a lot of people say, like even like Hassan Campbell, shout out to Hassan Campbell, like people like that say, well, I think that's probably his. I think that's one of his quotes, but yeah, take the message and leave the messenger. What that means is a lot of times we base the message on the messenger. So if somebody is revered or respected, like a celebrity, if they tell you, yo, go eat a bowl of shit, it's real healthy, it has so much nutrients, like it doesn't have any added carbs or sugars, it's keto friendly. It's a keto friendly. I know you guys like that word. You guys like keto a lot, so we're gonna say it's keto friendly. Just eat a bowl of shit every day, you'll lose 10 pounds, and yeah, y'all do it. Not all of y'all, but I'm just saying, like, y'all is like the people that like just do what I'm saying, like in an example, where they just follow the certain messenger and not the message.
I
But
call
if you,
them people natural selection folk.
yeah, that's funny as shit too. You're on the road today, bro. You're
yo,
actually a funny guy. You're a pretty funny guy.
chill, bro. I'm just saying,
Natural
bro.
selection for Darwin's examples. But anyway, fuck
You
all that.
know?
Darwin's it. But yeah, that's like an intellectual joke. Y'all gotta probably look that up. Y'all younger. I don't really know. But anyway, it's cool. So yeah, but the flip side of that is the people that are gonna take the message which is eat shit. I'm not eating shit. I don't give a fuck if I like you or not. I'm not eating shit. But on the flip side of that as well, you can have somebody that you don't like as much that is saying some real shit to you, or that you don't really respect that is saying some real shit to you. The
It's a
message
fact.
is real as fuck. The message is hitting you because a lot of times God doesn't use people, not necessarily people that you respect, but He doesn't always use, as you would think, proper vessels for His message.
Yep.
So like uh if somebody like a homeless person, that like a drug addict or something, may give you some crazy gem, but because you think because he's a homeless bum in your mind, you don't even take the message. That nigga just talking. I don't fuck what he talking. He's a bum. He's a homeless bum, right? But instead of taking the message, forget about who's saying the shit. What are they saying, bro?
It's a fact.
Because you can have somebody that is love that leads you into a pit of fire, or you can have
Real
somebody
shit.
that you don't love or that you don't respect or that you even hate that is trying to lead you to salvation. You know what I'm saying? So, like, give a quick example, man. I was in mass like 2 weeks ago, and uh after, for those of you that are Catholics, after the gospel, they give the homily. So in the homily, the dude was saying how, not the dude, sorry, the father was saying how he was looking for like somebody to like trim his beard because he was on vacation, so he let his beard grow. So he
Mm.
was looking for somebody to like cut his beard or whatever. So he was going around looking for barbershops in his area, and he seen a sign on the barbershop. The name of the barbershop was Jesus is King or something like that, or Jesus is God. What is something like something along those lines of like Jesus being like the King or
Yeah.
the most holy or something like that. So he was like, as a father, it's like I had like it was almost like him calling me to go into the barbershop.
Right.
And when he got in the barbershop, he said it was nothing but big black dread-headed guys with facial tattoos and all type of like earrings, nose rings, like great, like, so like when you look at that, you'll see like, oh, like these niggas is either drug dealers, rappers, pimps, all the above, like some most heinous shit because they're looking stereotypical as you possibly can be.
Right.
But they're in there playing like gospel rap, stuff like that. It's blasting through the barbershop. Uh and he was saying he was sitting down talking, and then the dude was saying like how he's not gonna be like there no more because he's gonna take more time. He's not gonna be at the barbershop no more because he's gonna take more time to be with his family and worship God.
Mm.
So the guy was like, the father was like, damn, that's pretty good. Like, that's pretty, like, that's good. Want to hear
Mm.
that. And then the guy, without even knowing that the dude he was talking to was an actual father, he was like, yo, I'm getting like really strong like a sense or a presence that you will one day be like a really influential person as far as like when it comes to like the word of God or something like that. Something along those lines. I'm kind of butchering it, but he was like, yeah, I'm getting that that vibe from you without him even knowing that the dude was a father. So he was like,
Damn.
can I would love to like pray over you and stuff like that. So he prayed over him, blah blah blah, and then he left, and then he was realizing like, damn, like that just not like that just reassured him that like he's like doing the right thing,
Mm.
because how else would he even know that the father like was somebody that was going to be like of importance, which a father in a church is literally like a Catholic church is literally the highest role besides like a pope or like a bishop or something like that. So it's one of the like the roles that people like aspire to be if you're like in the Catholic, like, like into like heavy hardcore Catholic religion. So
Right.
long story short, if he would have never got that reassurance had he seen those tattoo dudes and like the stereotypical like hood dudes. If he would have just walked out, if when he seen them, like he just walked out, like, oh, I must be in the wrong place. This must be a typo on the thing. Jesus is clearly not king in here. Like if he would have said some shit like that and just walked out, it would have never been received. He would have never been able to get that reassurance that I firmly believe was God reassuring him that he was like doing the right thing and like. But on top of that, he doesn't. My point for all of that was he doesn't always choose the most likely like candidate to be like for you to receive the word properly, if that makes sense.
Mm.
A
Cause
lot of
you,
times, I'm not gonna say he plays games, but a lot of times he does things to just show you like life that you think from a human standpoint is not what it is. So I'm gonna take this dude with a whole bunch of facial tattoos and jewelry and dreads and all this extra stuff that doesn't look anything like he would worship God,
mm,
and have him pray over you and reassure you that he gets the vibe or he gets the energy that you are going to be a strong figure within the word of God, and like, things like that. So don't always take the don't take the messenger. Don't no, I'm sorry. Take the message and leave the messenger. Stop
mm,
taking the messenger, because if you in that situation, if he takes the messenger as far as like this dude is a guy with tattoos, I'm not really listening to that he talking about, or I'm not even gonna stay here. Like, look at all these dudes. What? I'm out. And he's a white guy. Like the father's a white guy, so short, not really that short, but he's like a he looks like somebody that would not want to be in that situation. Let's put it like that.
okay,
So he like, but instead he trusted his intuition, and he was able to receive like more reassurance, which then made him like feel way better about himself, because it's almost like a reassurance from God, like you got my like stamp of approval, pretty much, like this is what I want you to be doing, etc., etc. So
right.
long story short, without me talking in circles, take the message, leave the messenger. The messenger is cool, but who cares if they're not saying nothing that's benefiting you, or not saying nothing positive, or not saying nothing, you feel me, that's gonna be able to like lead you to somewhere better,
That's a fact.
as opposed, or as opposed to like, oh, like I like this person, so whatever they say is, it might as well be God saying it. Like, no. You feel me? So long story short, man, like I said, take the message, leave the messenger. Weezy, what do you have on this topic, my brother?
Honestly, man, I honestly anybody who know me know. Literally, this is kind of like one of my other quotes, where it's like I feel like anybody. We talked about this before. You can receive a message from anybody, but it's all about you understanding and accepting that message from said person. And like this topic states, leave the messenger, bro. The messenger isn't they're not your issue. Whether if like Coop said, if it's a good, bad, or indifferent message, take the message for face value. But the messenger and who they are, I mean, you you can't deny that because it's God's in the universe message in general. They sent that message for you as the recipient. You were the main person who was supposed to receive that message. So it's just like if you may see somebody who you may think that isn't giving you the best um message, but in reality they are. I mean, they looks may say something completely different, but regardless, looks honestly don't really mean anything, because you have to think, what about that person's character? What about that person on the inside is what truly matters. So if they're giving you a proper message, as like I mean like a proper message that's going to like elevate you, listen. And now we're not saying just listen to everything that everybody's saying. That comes with a caveat with that. If somebody's giving you a bullshit ass message, and yeah, they could probably look as good as Rihanna or even make it good or some shit. But if they give you a bullshit ass message, what does it matter?
Yeah,
Genuinely,
who cares?
like niggas, they could be telling you, yo, go to McDonald's and get me a junior bacon cheeseburger. Be like, no, no. So it's just like just be mindful, be aware of the messages that you're receiving from everybody, whether that be strangers, somebody that you know, somebody that you're close with, significant other. No matter the case is, it's just about knowing the message that you have received and being able to discern whether if that message that you received was actually a good message or a bad message. So I mean that's pretty much all I have for that. There wasn't anything too crazy,
Yeah.
but Coop, you got anything else to add before we move on, Mike?
No, that's it, bro. Just like we said, I'm gonna say it one more last time, just to try to just beat the message in, man. Like, Take the message, lead the messenger, man.
For
Because the
sure.
message is all that matters. The messenger is just the vessel of which the message is being presented to you through. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
just when you hear somebody talk, it doesn't matter if they're like if you hate them or you love them. Listen to what they're saying.
For shit.
Feel
For
me?
shit.
So yeah.
So, getting into this week's last and final topic of the Hollow Pod. Since we didn't do it last week, because Coop wasn't here. Yeah, Coop, it's your time to shine. Coop's picked, brother. Let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
get it, man. Coop's picks, man. So last week we had the divisional round. We had my Giants getting mollywopped by
Smoked.
Weezy's Eagles.
Smoked. Smoked.
Tortured, hurt. First thing first, I want to say a big shout out to my New York Giants, man. Y'all did way more than any of us Giants fans could have ever expected or hoped for this season, as we didn't even know if we had a franchise QB. We didn't know what we were going to do with Saquon, who was injury prone. We don't really have anybody on our team as far as like star power. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we made it this far and beat a team that was, I believe, like 13, and I'll look it up. They were like, I think they had like 13 wins. I'm pretty sure they had 13
I'm
wins.
pretty sure
The
they were double digits though, right?
Vikings. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, look, 13-4. Yep, I was right. So to beat a team that was 13-4 in the way we did it, as far as like just dominance throughout the game, we just like I just feel like just a hell of a season, man. Shout out to Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka, Wink Martindale, man, just legendary. Great season, fellas. And yeah, so much love to the Giants, man. We'll be back. We'll be back better than ever. We just got to get the right pieces, man. We don't have we did all that with damn near like nobody that's not a Giants fan can name more than like besides Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley can name like more than three offensive players that we have as far as just receivers. So the fact that Daniel Jones, which I'm proud of as well, even though the last game it wasn't his best performance, but we're doing that with people that nobody even knows. Like Isaiah Hodgins, who became our breakout player, he was cut by the Bills practice squad. So he wasn't even really on the team for he was a practice squad player who
Damn.
came here and shine. You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to the coaching staff. That also goes to the team. Giants defense. It was we were okay. I feel like we were overhyped this season. We were over. I felt like we were overhyped, but we still did way better than I thought, man. We got to work on our defense as well, particularly like just not interior is good. Interior is good. We have good interior linemen. We have Kayvon Thibodeau, who's really good at getting to the pass rusher. Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams. But I think our secondary needs some more work. Linebacker play is pretty good. Linebacker play is pretty good. But yeah, one long story short, man. Shout out to the Giants, man. Hell of a season, fellas, and we will be back. Also shout out to the Eagles, man. Hate to
Yes,
say
sir.
it, but for me, they're
Yes, sir.
just they're tough. They're tough. And I love to say this, man. Shout out to them Cowboy fans, man. How about them damn Cowboys? Love to see it, baby. Love to see it. Uh,
How
just
about them cowgirls?
one question for y'all, man. And I gotta ask this every year. Are y'all still them boys? Oh, no, it's cool. Whatever. Y'all answer another time.
They haven't been them
Uh,
boys since the '90s, man. Come on, bro.
yeah, it's cool. I wasn't even born when they were them boys, so it's fine
He
though.
said, "Yo,
So
dead ass."
it's
Nah,
cool.
dead ass.
It's cool. I'll allow it. It's cool. But yeah, getting into this week's version of Coop's picks, or this week's edition, I should say, we have the 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Hmm.
That's gonna be a tough game. I'm not gonna
It's gonna be a tough one, man. The Eagles are the more complete team, but I got 49ers. I don't care.
lie. Ah, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I got 49ers, man. I got 49ers, man. I do. I really do. 49ers, they feel like they have like a lot of offensive juggernauts, and the Eagles, that Eagles secondary has been known to get exposed, man. The Saints did a good job on them. Cowboys did a really good job against them. So I think this is honestly going to be a battle of defense. It really is. I just feel like the 49ers defense will hold up a little bit more than the Eagles defense, which is both really good defenses. I just, like I said, I just really feel like the 49ers defense will hold up more. That's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be another defensive game. But yeah, so Only I see y'all winning. The only way I see y'all winning is if you guys get the Brock Purdy and hurt him. Like not hurt him like physically, but like just like hurt him like mentally. Like
Yeah.
keep getting him on the ground. That's how I see y'all winning that game. But I still got 49ers, man. I really do. I think Trent Williams is a beast. I feel like he's not gonna really allow too much pressure on that side. Like he literally held Micah Parsons in check for most of that game. So yeah, I got the 49ers. Bengals, Chiefs. This is tough, man. This is really, really, really tough. I feel like the Bengals do have the Chiefs number.
Mm.
However, I feel like the Chiefs are gonna say enough is enough. I'm tired of you bum ass niggas keep talking to me like y'all stupid or something. Y'all been to one Super Bowl, y'all didn't win. Now y'all just feel like y'all just the greatest. But
Oh
I do
man.
want the Bengals to win because of the backfield. And if you don't know the Bengals backfield is full of players from the greatest college of all time, Oklahoma Sooners, man, Oklahoma University.
Of course.
So they have Samaje Perine and they also have the great Joe Mixon, two OU legends. So yeah, if they win a championship, man, OU wins, man. OU wins, and then you're not gonna hear me stop talking for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. So you probably, if you're out there, you don't want to hear me speak, just root for the Chiefs, please. Just root for the Chiefs, because
He's not
if
lying.
OU wins, I'm not gonna stop. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna. I don't care. Oh, LSU, Joe Burrow, Jamar. I don't care about none of that. OU wins. I don't care.
He's not
But
lying.
anyway, man. So yeah, I got the Chiefs. I really do. I got the Chiefs. I just feel like, but then again, Mahomes is not going to be a healthy Mahomes. But even a injured Mahomes is still better than 99.9% of the quarterbacks in the league.
I was just about to say, isn't he still deadly as ever though?
Yeah. So I don't know. I just that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be really tough. So, but what I can guarantee, I can't guarantee you to lock in any picks based off of me, which I never would have recommend anyway. But what I can recommend is the fact that no matter what, you're gonna see two great games. I can definitely guarantee that. So I think they're gonna be close in score, all of them, and I just feel like they're going to be great games. But yeah, so that is this week's edition of Coop's Picks. I have the 49ers at the 3 o'clock game versus the Eagles at Philadelphia. And then I have the Chiefs versus the Bengals. I have them winning at Arrowhead. So, yeah, that being said, man, that will conclude not only Coop's Picks, but it will conclude the Hollow Bros podcast, man.
Damn, Shane. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, the football season went by quick. And so did
Crazy.
this. And so did this episode. I ain't gonna lie to you. We are hour 26 minutes in. And with that being said, for those of y'all that are on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell. Make sure you share this shit out with your friends and of your other friends and of your other friends. And make sure y'all come back next week, Saturday, same time, 10 a.m. You peep, 10 a.m. every single Saturday. Also, Spotify. Don't think I forgot about y'all. Like or rate the show 5 stars. Share this shit out with your friends. And I'll be other friends, and I'll be other friends. And y'all too come back Saturday again next week, 10 a.m. Same time, same time. Say it never changes. It never changes. It literally never changes. Y'all should already know the deal. We are 51 weeks in. Next week makes an entire year. An entire year. Y'all should already know the deal by now. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Coop, you want to take us out, Mike?
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you, guys. We do this for y'all. We really hope that we could inspire change and impact at least one of y'all lives. Because at the end of the day, this is about y'all. We do this for you guys. Love y'all so much, man. And with that being said, man, it's been your boy Coop.
It's been your boy Weezy.
And we out here, baby.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all.